For every beloved Skibidi toilet creator, there is also one that's literally hated by everyone. In today's video, we'll talk about the most loved, the most hated, and the controversial Skibidi toilet creators. Yeah, some series aren't really hated though, but controversies have caused them to get less support from the community. Anyways, starting with one of the most hated creators, Spiderrund. You see, at a time, Spiderrund was actually one of the best Skibidi toilet fan-made channels, with peak what-if videos and a series of its own known as the Skibidi Invasion. Yeah, but things started taking a dark turn when the creator's Discord server moderators couldn't hide him and his girlfriend's diabolical behaviors in the community any longer. It was reported that Spiderrund and his girlfriend began normalizing sexual talks within their Discord server, which fans and other co-moderators were not really comfortable with. Aside from this unwelcomed act, some of Spiderrund's animations often sexually depicted women in pretty weird ways, and most of his old shorts were full of explicit jokes and questionable Skibidi toilet scenes. The creator was also found guilty of stealing other creators' design ideas, like the drone men, without giving the original owner credits. Anyways, after this series of drama that came up, Spiderrund became super annoying to fans, getting called out on several occasions with many hateful comments. Eventually, this whole thing would soon turn the entire community against him, leading to some fans unsubscribing from his channel. Soon, the creator had to, according to reports, sold out his channel, and every single Skibidi toilet video was removed completely by the new owner, while the channel name was also changed. But funny enough, despite all these changes, fans still believe he was still the one behind the channel and kept calling him out on every upload he made with comments like this. However, while Spiderrund was a cautionary tale of what not to do as an animator, Maxi was the complete opposite. Becoming part of the Skibidi community around August 2023, Maxi, according to findings, used to struggle with views before uploading his first Skibidi video, which at that moment gave the creator his first million views on his channel. The video was goofy, funny, and at the same time very relatable, which made it easy for the audience to stay and engaged. Over time, the creator continued with different what-if videos, which were all receiving massive support and engagement from the audience, with one of his What If Season 1 remaining his most popular video till date. Maxi type of animation was 2D and 3D, but that doesn't stop the audience from watching or following him. A year later, he started his own series and gained a loyal fan base for his work. Skibidi Saga has a good storyline, and his character's design are not that bad either way. Even though Maxi only uploads at his own sweet time, fans still love his work and never stop showing support. Unlike MonsterUp, whose series is kind of controversial due to some reasons, you see, just like many others, Skibidi Zombieverse is also a fan-made series of the original Skibidi Toilet by Dafukboom, but with a completely different storyline. In this universe, the Alliance is up against a totally different enemy, being the zombies, after a major outbreak of a particular virus known as the Virus 19. And this is kind of different from every other series, where the Skibidas are commonly known as the antagonist. Due to this great change of event, most fan-loved characters and titans are being given horrible designs that don't really sit well with some Skibidi toilet fans. However, although this has not yet gotten any public online reaction or whatever, it's arguably safe to say this has been one of the major reasons why the series is yet to be received by most of the original work lovers, in my opinion. But I actually don't know what you'll think about this, though. However, aside from this, honestly, MonsterUp has been putting a lot of effort into his animation, ranking as one of the most consistent and hardworking Skibidi animators amongst others. And over time, this has helped them create their own solid fan base within the Skibidi community. But while the MonsterUp series might be a little bit selective in the Skibidi toilet community, it's a whole different story when we talk about the Skibidi Multiverse series by Dom Studio. Currently, with over 11 million plus subscribers, Skibidi Multiverse has been one of these fan-made series that fans can't just stop rooting for. Beginning from their animation, characters' designs, down to their storytelling, Skibidi Multiverse absolutely killed the show. Among the many things that make Dom Studio most loved is their personally introduced characters, or should I say races, like the clock race, pencil race, drill race, and many others. Yeah, these races and their titans didn't just make the Skibidi Multiverse stand out among all other fan-made series, but also added more value to the series. Although there are still some controversies built around some of these self-made titans, today we have some fans that basically became part of the Skibidi toilet community through Dom Studio's Multiverse series, and the amount of love and credit this particular series is getting from the Skibidi toilet fandom is immeasurable. But while Dom Studio is busy making the Skibidi community bigger and interesting, what if I tell you there's this other creator that's doing almost the same thing but getting lesser support, probably due to controversy controversies built around his character development, or should I say storytelling. You might be wondering what I mean by this, but honestly, almost everyone knows that Skibidi Wars focuses more on power scaling than good storyline or any other thing. Yeah, which is kinda cool, but not really to everyone, unlike Dom Studio, who at least tried to balance power with other animation good stuff that fans really want to see before falling in love. However, besides one of this major underlying issues, the creator and the series have been a great one since they came around. Yeah, and believe me when I say Verlance really did have a lot of fanboys across the Skibidi community that don't joke with the series. But do you want to know who else the entire Skibidi community don't joke with at all? Dafukboom. Being the originator and the first creator of Skibidi Toilet, Dafukboom is one of the first and most loved creators, releasing the first episode of the series on the 27th of February 2023. And from that moment, the series quickly caught people's attention, and eventually what started as a simple and funny video later grew into a full series with fan-loved characters, bigger storylines, lores, and crazy plot twists. Because of his creativity and regular uploads as a then, the Skibidi community would soon grow into a very large fan base. Today, Dafukboom is having close to 50 million subscriber counts on his YouTube channel alone, and also has millions of views on all of his uploads. But sadly, the creator has been in a big mess recently due to his partnership with Invisible Narratives, a company who has since taken over Dafukboom's channel. At first, this was a welcome development by fans, seeing the series moving from being under a single individual to a company. Fans were also tricked in a YouTube post into believing that Dafukboom is now in the position of the executive director. However, the truth would soon be known, as time goes on, that Dafukboom himself no longer has the legal right to all his works. Because of this, a lot of fans became worried and confused about the future of the series, which have led to many fans calling out the company in everywhere possible to bring back Boom. Dafukboom is also yet to release any official statement regarding this whole drama, due to what many believe is part of the partnership deal, as he's likely going to be sued or whatever. But the relentless love of the Skibidi community for him and his works has been keeping this great movement going. And finally, to the last one, Strider. You see, Strider has been around since the early days of Skibidi Toilet, with interesting topics both on the original series and the Skibidi multiverse by Dom Studio, and that has really helped the channel and the owner a lot. Soon, Strider's hard work and consistency would pay off after getting employed into the original Skibidi Toilet animation team by Dafukboom himself. This great achievement would later help Strider's career significantly and helped him gain a more solid recognition within the Skibidi community. But due to the recent situation of the Skibidi Toilet generally, Strider has been seen getting called out by fans on many occasions as a betrayal concerning the fact that he has remained under the Invisible Narratives animation team working on the Skibidi Toilet series, despite how the company has allegedly kicked out its original owner. However, Strider did address this issue in one of his YouTube's official posts after another Skibidi Toilet fan-made creator known as Zach Dorr officially called him out. Strider, however, responded by saying he did not sell out to Invis and is not their employee, only a paid worker who needed the money to support his family. He explained that Skibidi views are dropping badly these days, so he couldn't reject the offer like others did, while his goal was to stay true to the Skibidi community and someday work with Dafukboom again, who he believes is the heart of the series. However, after this clarification, most people did consider the creator's opinion and situation, while a very few still hold him responsible for being part of the ongoing Skibidi Toilet's downfall, which leaves Strider as one of the most loved and also controversial creators within the Skibidi community. However, check out this video to know what would happen when the strongest sets of G-men fought against the most powerful titans in each of the Skibidi Toilet series. See ya.